Otherwise, we look like idiots just sitting here. Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Nerdycouch. Welcome back. I've got a few guests with me today. That would be my co-host here. Always get that wrong. Rob Lee. Below me, like under me. Let's just phrase that properly. Is my big brother Rob Shotgun?
Hello,
we're gonna call him today. This is his first time streaming ever. So good luck.
Yep, good luck.
And then we have the one and the only Bueller from Comics with Bueller.
Awesome, man. I'm excited to be here. This is my first time on this stream, too.
So you can find Bueller if you haven't watched him or if you've lived under a rock for the last X amount of years and you want to catch him, he's on Comics with Bueller at YouTube. His link is below.
Oh, thank you.
So how is everyone tonight?
Doing good.
That's good. We're going to have...
This was a good week of, shows on television. I got to tell you. It's been a while.
Yeah. I don't get to watch a lot of shows because I'm too busy preparing for this stuff, but got a couple people in the chat or in the here already. Lord Tynerius, how's it going? Thanks a lot, bud. We've got Hydra Comics. Thank you very much for showing up.
Couch time.
Couch time, yeah. We've got two couches in the chat. So today we're going to be talking about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 1 for the Disney Plus series. And before we get into that, let's just pop up a bit of a spoiler warning because, we don't want to spoil anything from anybody. If you haven't seen the show so far, maybe watch it on the rerun. Watch that show first and then watch on the rerun. We don't want to spoil anything for you guys. Also, a little bit of a warning, just in case we get too crazy. We do have Bueller in the chat, or in the show, so anything could happen. We will just want everyone to know, click off if it gets too crazy.
Yeah.
We got a couple other people that might pop in here and there periodically through the show, and we will talk to them when they get here. But to start off, what is everybody's first impression about the show so far? Not everyone at once. Come on now.
I'll go ahead and go first. I was really looking forward to it. Like we were talking before we started the live stream, the WandaVision, I only like about half the episodes from WandaVision. Half the season was great. And the other half I could pass and don't really need to watch it. But I was really looking forward to this because I really like the characters. And actually Falcon is actually one of my favorite characters. And if you don't mind, I just wanted to
go ahead.
Pay a little tribute to my first appearance of Falcon.
Yeah, that's nice.
Captain America. I love this book. It's one of my prized possessions. But to see Falcon kind of get his shining moment with the Winter Soldier, and for the most part, this episode was about Falcon. We just a little bit of Winter Soldier. They don't even interact with each other, but all the action sequences are with Falcon. And from the very opening scene, you're thrust right into that character. He's out there doing his thing, flying around. He's got his little robot bird now. I wish it was a real bird. That would be pretty cool if it was. But it is what it is. But my initial thing was action from the very beginning. You get to know the character a little bit more, and then you see at the very end, where they're going with, the new Captain America. I thought it was awesome. I thought it hit every base for the first episode, and I'm intrigued way more so than I was when I saw the first episode of WandaVision.
Yeah.
So there you go.
WandaVision kind of started at a really slow point and then built up, right? Whereas this show kind of starts you off in the opposite direction. It takes you from action and then slows down a little bit through the episode. So, one of the Robs, go ahead.
What surprised me was Falcon giving up the shield. I thought for sure, like Steve gave him the shield, said, feels like someone else's. No, it does. No, it shouldn't.
I'm going to stop you right there. We got a special guest. I didn't know this was going to happen. I think this is. Hey, how you doing?
That's awesome.
I was unaware that this was going to happen, but this is the Security Unicorn's first appearance on a live show as well. So, how you doing? Did you like? She didn't watch it. That's so. All right, look. This is serious. You have a job to do. You're supposed to be protecting the set. So, can you maybe do your job?
Here comes the whip.
All right. The whip. No, that's a different channel.
Oh,
Wow, that's really cool. My first time with a real unicorn.
Yeah, very, very real unicorn.
And Lord Tynerius, I think that's what a lot of people thought. He, I can't be Captain America. I can't stack up to that.
The funny thing in some of the previews, like Falcon is practicing with the shield. Like he's like got stuff set up like on trees and stuff, and he's throwing the shield, bouncing it off the trees. And that wasn't in any of the episodes today, or the first episode. And he gives up the shield, so maybe he's got another shield or something that he's practicing with. I don't know. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the part when he's in the plane and he actually uses his wings as a shield. I thought that was pretty almost symbolic. So, there was a nice little touch there, I think. So,
I really like seeing George St. Pierre back, who was in the second Cap movie and stuff like that. For him to reprise his role and to kind of be he's kind of a badass, because like when he was in the movie, he's like, "Bring it, Cap!" He was all for it, for a one-on-one fight. And he does the same thing with Falcon.
Yeah, so that's where you first see him, and that's and they're fighting off the LFA, right? And so this is his appearance in the comics right here. Backtrack the Leaper, right?
I don't know why they didn't go with that costume. It's fantastic.
It's a wonderful costume, isn't it? Thanks for everybody for joining in. And then this is where we're seeing him in the first Captain America movie here.
Yeah.
That's a movie that maybe even Shotgun would have seen.
Yeah, I've seen that one. So
going that far back.
I'd have to confess, sorry, to the Nerdycouch community. I've only seen half of the superhero movies. I'm really sorry. I'll make a commitment to the Nerdycouch community that I will watch them all. And I would like to watch them in order. That's why I kind of stopped watching them. I want to watch them in order. And then I just got, watching football and other shows.
Football. You
nerd. So, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. So I had to have a little bit of a chat with Rob about what happened to Steve Rogers, so that a little bit of this made sense. I didn't spoil too much for him, but So
the first time I watched it, I didn't know what happened to Steve Rogers, and that kind of concerned me.
Was the crying?
I like him, and I didn't know where he was, but Dan kind of told me that he was in another time frame. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense when I watched it the second time.
Yeah. You didn't have to cry when I said that he was gone, though. That was a big thing.
No, I thought.
Yeah.
It made me happy that he was actually somewhere else instead of actually dead. Because the first time I watched it, I thought he was dead. I'd like, what is going to happen? What happened to him? And then when you told me I could watch it the second time and I could actually realize where he was.
Yeah, because you get this scene right here where he's kind of at like what looks like a funeral, right? And then they go to the spot here where they're looking at the shield and his memorial and stuff like that. So it really would have given you the thought that he was actually passed away, and most people believe that. So a little bit of a visit from Rhodey as well in this, so it was good to see that he was in this. Probably going to see him more in this series. Would you think?
I hope so. I mean, anybody related to the military, or whatnot, are probably going to make appearances.
Does he still have the other suit?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Unless the military, they haven't discussed whether the military had seized it or not.
One thing I want to point out: nobody's ever really dead in comic book.
Yeah.
Even though Tony Stark is dead, in the movies, he's not really dead. If things are just like comics, they're only dead for a certain amount of time.
Rob's just finding this out for the first time. This is a spoiler warning, Rob.
Nobody's really dead. Who's the only one? The Peter's grandpa or uncle. He's the only one that actually stayed dead.
Oh, yeah, Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben, yeah. Everyone else has died multiple times, and they pop right back up. So we could see more.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, Rob. I don't want you to, or Shotgun. I don't want you to cry on the show, but this is maybe his first time finding out about Tony as well.
No, I didn't hear about it.
Oh, you did hear about Tony? That was spoiled for you already? Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Dang it. Bueller.
Black Widow? Oh, sorry.
No, how could that be? There's the movie coming up, right?
Well, at least knowing about Steve, that one line from Bucky made sense where he goes, "Oh, how old are you?" "Well, I'm 106.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for 106.
Yeah. I like in that portion of it where he's like, what did he say? I can't remember anymore. I'm drunk. No. I'll remember eventually. I'm gonna have a drink though. So the show starts off where he's kind of like ironing his clothes, and he seems a little bit down, right? Like through the pace of this episode, Sam, you get the feeling that he's kind of given up, right? A little bit, right?
That's where I thought maybe he was passed away because he was so down in the dumps. Really, he lost a friend. And in the end, if he is gone, he did lose a friend.
Mm-hmm.
How come Bucky age? Isn't Bucky the same age as Captain America?
When Steve went back with the Infinity Stones, he didn't jump back. He lived out all the years.
But I mean, Bucky is still 106 years old. Shouldn't he age?
Yeah, he's only part robot.
He wasn't frozen in ice for 50, 60 years or whatever it was.
That's right.
But you'd think he'd look a little bit older than early 30s.
Yeah,
that's where the comic book logic comes in.
Yeah.
Peter Parker, he's been the same age for a long time.
Yeah, and now that we've got Tom playing Spider-Man, he looks like he's regressing in age. He's getting younger. So so we get a pretty good action scene at the front of this, the front end of this issue, and it's pretty kick-ass. Let's just say he's swooping around, dodging missiles and all this. And I've got a friend that has a lot to say about that, but he's not here yet. And he's got an issue with some of the way that some of the helicopters came in and stuff, and a lot of logic and stuff that he doesn't like. But we'll see if he pops in and chats about that. But we get a glimpse of this guy right here, right? And they quickly say his name. Jacqueline Torres.
Joaquin.
Yeah. I'm horrible at names, by the way.
Yeah, look who you're talking to.
Anyways, he's played by Danny Ramirez, and I did a little bit of searching into the history of him a little bit to find out who he was, and he actually ends up in the comic books becoming the new Falcon.
Oh wow!
Once Sam takes on the persona of Captain America. So I thought that was pretty cool. It says up here, say hello to the new Falcon. And he's actually a mutated into a bird human. So I thought that was something interesting to bring up.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
So yeah, I just did a little bit of digging.
Look at that. That's some spec stuff right there. People go nuts.
Yeah.
You just spiked that book 5,000%.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that.
Real quick before we move on, did you guys kind of get an Independence Day Grand Canyon feel in the beginning of this one? Like how, Will Smith in Independence Day was going through the Grand Canyon and this thing.
Yeah.
They paid homage to that in the opening scene of this. And I thought that was pretty cool that they did that.
I kind of got like a Star Wars-y when he was going through the mountains there, chasing the guys on the wingsuits or whatever.
Yeah,
kind of like a Star Wars going down through the tunnels of the Death Star there.
Yeah,
because I think that now that Disney's got a hold of everything, they're going to make references. Everywhere, right?
That's pretty cool.
So that's the kind of the vibe I got, but I agree with you there.
I felt the opening scene where he was flying really got you, and it really got you wanting more. And then when they used missiles and he just went through that plane and the missiles hit, that was super cool.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that. Because missiles are following you. You just got to get close enough. Shoot.
Yep, and move, and then they're heat seeking, right? So.
Yeah, the opening scene was definitely a nice way to start this, and then it slows down a little bit, and you get a little bit of backstory on Sam and his family, which is kind of nice. I don't know, but like the whole boat scene and stuff like that and everything, I don't know how I felt about it really. What did you guys feel about that lull moment where he was trying to save his family business?
I don't know if that's referencing anything in the comic books, because
I don't think so.
Yeah, his origin story, like in the comics when he's introduced, doesn't talk about anything like that or whatnot. So maybe down the road they did. I don't know for sure. But I always find it interesting when our superheroes that save the world are having money problems.
Yeah.
It's like somebody throwing by a bone. Come on.
Well, it really pushes the fact that he has to go back to the military for work, right?
Yeah.
And that life is not so great right now, type deal for him and his family, right?
Yeah.
I found that there was slow part, so like it would have been nice to have a little more action. However, in that slow part of him being with his family, I kind of found that you realize that these superheroes are actually human.
Yes.
And they have lives and they have families and they're affected by things.
Agreed.
And when they're in the bank, like it's like, okay, well, how did you live? Oh, handouts.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, like I did this out of the kindness of my heart, you know?
So he helps save the world, and they can't like help him with his family business.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he helped save the world, and his sister's giving him a hard time because he wasn't.
Yeah.
What the hell, man? It's not like he was out goofing around the club or something. You know, he was doing something really important. She's like, she doesn't even acknowledge. what he's been doing, or even close. So I'm like, maybe she doesn't know he's Falcon. I don't know.
Chimero Cinema, thanks for stopping by, talking about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah, and then just before that, when they're talking in that city, him and his I don't know what he is, where they're sitting there and he's working on Red Wing. He mentions that they're looking out for the what are they? Are they like righteous? Like I don't know, protesters or what are they? They're the flag smashers.
Yeah,
I don't know what they are. Like some sort of protesters, or they want a world without borders and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure about that. Like when he had the phone looking for that handprint.
Yeah, like he was Pokemon Go. Right, it's just trying to catch them all.
He's playing Pokemon.
Yeah, it's just the world's going to hell in a handbasket, and he's trying to catch them all. All right. Anyway, again, I did a little bit of digging into the Flag Smasher, and it's actually there's a character called Flag Smasher. That might, I don't know if they stole that name from him or if it's going to be related anything to that, but I thought that was interesting as well. Yeah, I'm not sure where that's going to go. Seemed like there was a certain amount of those people that had powers of their own, though.
Yeah, they definitely had power. I mean, they were throwing people around like they were nothing. So I mean,
like,
there's a group of them. So
are you thinking maybe super soldier serum type deal stuff, or
I don't know, maybe something like those? It kind of reminded me of the characters from Iron Man 3. How they kind of had a group of people that were just just had some powers or whatnot. I mean, they weren't like, they were more powerful, but they weren't like totally like over the top. But they were like, stronger than average type thing. So it kind of reminded me of that. I don't know if that same thing is going on, because that was military related as well.
Now that you mention it, that really does fit well. Chimero says, I think that there'll be some mention of the 10 Rings and the Mandalorian to get the hype rolling on that in Shang-Chi. That's another one that I'm excited about.
It's the Mandarin, not the Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian. Did I say that?
Yes, yeah. The Mandalorian is something totally different, buddy.
It's all in the same universe now. Same universe now.
Yeah. Baby Yoda will have the shield next.
The Mandalorian, yeah. My bad. Oh, nice. Yeah, same universe now. It's fine. Hey, if they're going to add the aliens into the MCU, then...
That's true. I'll take it. That's not a spoiler, by the way, there for anyone else. So that's not a real thing.
That's not a spoiler at all. Yeah, so that was embarrassing. Come on now. No, it's all good. It's all in good fun. Anyway, where do we go from there?
I don't know. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Throw up another slide. Put another slide up there.
Okay, so we get a little glimpse of Bucky.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's bring this back. Hail Hydra. Now, when this first started showing, they got me. Like, they got me good because I was like, damn, is he gone bad again type deal? Yeah. Like, I didn't know what to think of it at first.
Yeah, once I saw the mask on him, I figured it was some sort of flashback. And the long hair.
Yeah, they got me.
He's still here. I thought that when he went to Wakanda and he spent all that time in the thing of the White Wolf or whatnot, because he spent that time in that teepee hut to get right, to get his head. and here he is still having problems.
Oh yeah,
so
he's
Wakanda was just a waste. He could have been out doing other stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he's still got issues.
Spending a little time in Wakanda, that's a vacation. So, at least he got that.
He took his arm away, and he went until he acted good. Like, okay, you're fine. Here's your arm back. You can hang out in this little hut in the woods or whatnot. So he's still got issues.
Tinarius, we're going to get to that question in a little bit. I'm going to hold off on answering that. Who's the new Captain America?
Can I tell you who the actor is? Do you know who the actor is?
For the Captain America imposter? Yeah, go ahead.
It's the Kurt Russell's son.
Mm. Oh, really?
That's who it is. I mean, I just
you know what? It didn't even click in.
But that's who the actor is.
Yeah, I read the last name too, and it didn't even click in. Honestly, I didn't put two and two together.
I truly thought we're gonna probably get to it at the end, but I thought he should have been on The Boys. He looks bony.
Yeah. Different universe, unfortunately.
But yeah, that's what it looked like.
Speaking of that, I think Anthony Starr did a wonderful job on that show.
For sure.
So we get we get Bucky, and it goes from him waking up into like a full-on therapy session, right? Mm-hmm. And he's still got issues, and he's lying about about the dreams he's having. The therapist ain't taking any of his bullshit.
Nope.
They don't interact with each other at all. The Falcon, Winter Soldier in this episode.
No. Which was kind of fine.
Yeah.
There's kind of two stories going on at the same time, right?
Even in the trailer, it doesn't seem like they're buddy. Yeah. They've got some sort of something going on between them.
Yeah, there's a little bit of macho-ness between them, I think, trying to one-up each other type thing. Because they're both, Cap's best friends or whatnot at a certain time frame or whatnot. So they kind of have that, back and forth. What you can do, I can do better type thing. So
it's sexual tension.
A little bit. I see that too.
Yeah, it's Disney's going a whole new way with their films and stuff.
Falcon has a thing for those one-arm guys. I don't know what. I don't know what that's called, but it's got to be called something, right?
Well, I don't know if personally, I don't know if Falcon needs to do much anymore. Red Wing seems to do it all now. So,
I would say during the therapy session, I really loved the shots that they had. His face so close and her face, just back and forth like that. It just brought an extra feeling to the show at that point.
Yeah.
Avengers therapy. I like it.
Yeah, they have some history.
Yeah. Tomorrow Cinema brings up that that scene where in that same scene he's doesn't have much contacts in his phone and has been ignoring messages from Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's ghosting him. So so he doesn't have a social life, right? Mm-hmm. Which is what they're trying to do. And part of his pardon is that he does this therapy, and they've got rules.
Yeah.
Right.
The three rules.
Well, in a way.
Yeah. From a certain point of view.
Was he honest 100% about them? I don't know. But that scene where he was playing remote control with the car and stuff like that, I did like it. Mm-hmm. Where he was kind of like semi obeying the rules. I thought that there was some humor in that at least.
Yeah.
And when he said, he's like, I am no longer the Winter Soldier. I am Bucky Barnes or Buck. I'm saying Barnes. Why am I saying Barnes? I'm I am Bucky, and these are the rules that I'm following, and crosses another name off his list, showing that he's trying to make amends. So that's cool.
It's like what was that show? My Name Is Earl. You gotta do right by all the people he screwed over, whatever.
Yeah. I'm not going to pretend that I know what that show is you just mentioned, by the way.
The list was circled at the top. Can you guys help me out with that one?
What was that again, Rob?
The one name circled at the top of his one book. You know,
I'm not sure about that, actually. I might have missed that.
I wondered about that one. The name that was circled, I didn't really catch who it was, and maybe it's from a movie I haven't really seen.
Yeah, I'm not. I know that in what other movie was there a list like that? Somebody was crossing names off a list in one of the other movies. I can't remember what that was, though.
Captain America was doing it when he came back. Remember?
Okay.
It wasn't names, but he had stuff in his little notebook.
Okay.
He's crossing off or adding to, you know. And actually, that's how he first met Falcon, was when they were running. He's like, oh, go check out this music or whatnot, this jazz musician or something. So he was keeping tabs in his little notebook, you know, names and stuff to do. It's a little callback to that, I think.
Yeah, it was a nice little callback to that moment, I think. Lord Tynerius says, why has nobody said hi to C-3PO? He's been waving the whole time. Yeah, C-3PO in the back of the Rob set there.
That's L-3PO.
Yeah, he's got a little mustache drawn on him. So, yeah. So what happens after that? I can't remember. I watched it only 100 times today.
Next slide.
So then he like after the therapy, he goes walking and he runs into.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, Chinese or Japanese friend. I think it's Japanese.
Look, we don't want to put a title on people.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It wasn't until they. Like once they started talking a little bit, I thought, okay, these two know each other pretty good. I wonder if he's connected with the kid he killed. Well, not a kid, but
yeah,
the young guy. Couldn't get his door open.
Yeah, that's his son.
Yeah.
Killed. That's why he's saying all that.
Yeah.
And that's why I was wondering if it was his son that he accidentally killed. Is that who it is that he has circled?
That he had circled? There's a good chance of that.
That's what I was wondering, because he has a strange connection and feeling over his son when he talks about him, and even when he sees him before, he has this weird connection, like he has a feeling of, you know, sorrow.
Remorse.
Remorse.
Yeah. I don't know. That's probably not going to end well.
No. Well, you shouldn't start a relationship on lies. All right. No. Just tell him you killed his son. Yeah. When I first started watching those scenes, it was kind of like, oh, well, he's just kind of made a friend. Mm-hmm. And then when he opens that door and you see the picture of his son, which you saw him kill earlier in the episode, I was like, ew.
Yeah.
You know, the mood just kind of changed immediately.
Well, when the waitress started saying, you know, his son was killed, you know, you got a name for your parents got killed, you're an orphan, whatever. I thought, that's who that was.
Yeah.
I think I'm right.
Yeah, definitely. The old man sets him up on a date, which is probably, it's been a while since old Bucky's gotten a little piece. So he's a little awkward about it.
Yeah. That was a funny little scene. I like that. The old guy just jumps right in there.
They play Battleship. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good date.
Yeah.
Game there with the Battleship.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It was a good idea.
And then she starts to talk about the old man and her son again, and then he gets
out.
He goes quiet and he pieces out, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to hear none of it.
No.
I thought he was going to.
Did he? I thought he went and saw him at that point. Wasn't that the case?
Yeah.
I think after the date he leaves and he goes and sees, and that's when the door opens and you reveal the picture of the sun.
I think he was going over there to say it was me.
Yeah, that's what I kind of got too. And when he saw that picture, he froze a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, here's your money for lunch. Instead, yeah.
Yeah, that was it was actually a really good scene, I thought. Tragedy, yeah. No good story is without tragedy. What I liked also is him referring to his. She says, "Oh, what's with the gloves?" And he's like, "Oh, I can't remember what exactly he says, but he makes an excuse." Thought that was pretty funny. She says, "How old are you?" type deal, and he's like, "I'm 109, I think."
Yeah.
And
Does she know who he is?
I don't get that she knew who he was.
Okay.
Like other than being in the bar with the old man a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think she knew who he was. It didn't. That's not how I took it.
Yeah, I think she just thought it was like a little joke or something. Oh, I'm 106. Because she didn't seem to.
At one time, he was like the most wanted man on the planet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's in the Civil War one. I mean, he was like on the news.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's right.
Assassination, everyone, and he was like the #1 most wanted person that there is. And so, and he was plastered all over the papers and the news, and everyone was talking. So I mean, I don't know. If, obviously, maybe you didn't watch the news that day. I don't know. But I mean, his face should be somewhat recognizable.
You would think so, but I didn't get the impression that she knew who he was past the meeting him in the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the gloves, like you said, she didn't know he has a bionic arm.
Mm-hmm.
And when in a relationship, do you tell someone that you have a bionic arm?
I think right away.
Yeah, you should just show it. Like,
I think that's the selling point right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think of the work he could do with that.
Yeah, man. Well, you wouldn't want to use it though, because you might hurt someone.
Mm.
You hurt the love. You can ruin a relationship that way.
There you go. That's a selling point.
Definitely a selling point.
Could be.
Anyway, after that, you get to talking. Hey, we got my buddy and one of my co-hosts, Chris the Grimm Myke here. Chris, how you doing?
Good day, gentlemen. Good. How are you?
Him and his son Chase. He's Grimm here is helping me out with the TMNT run on the channel here. So we got Chris. We got Bueller here from Comics with Bueller. We got my brother Rob, Shotgun, Rob Lee, and myself here. So just talking about the Winter Soldier. Why don't you go ahead and give us a quick your quick thoughts on it? On we've pretty well nearing the end of the episode, talk wise. So go ahead.
Yeah, I was having a bit of dinner with the fam, so I didn't get to jump in right away here. But my general thoughts and overall impression, I thought it was beautifully shot. I thought the story progressed really nicely. I thought the opening was like that action-packed jam that we're used to expecting from the Avengers, and then it went into that really deep and kind of dark place that was a lot more interesting. I thought it was a super well written, well shot show, even without like just tons and tons of action. It kept me watching the entire time for sure.
That's awesome. Any favorite parts?
Opening scene, solidly.
Yeah, that opening scene was almost like Iron Man-esque. you know.
They can hear you, man.
I have to go.
All right.
Good night.
Off to bed.
Yeah, it definitely
Daddy, look. I'm right here, but when I go this way, I disappear that way.
We all struggle with that when we first started.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
The
we
old
all
left,
struggle
right?
with that. Left is right and right is left. I still don't do it right. I just point both ways now.
Yeah, definitely got the Iron Man vibes off of that opening bit.
When he Jesus jumps out
was-
the back.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
so cool! Just all his moves in that whole opening scene were pretty solid. I just loved it. I loved the little red. Is that what it was called?
Red Wing.
Red Wing. Yeah.
Red Wing.
Red Wing was pulling all the weight.
I know, just out there, just crushing it. Another, I'm pretty intrigued and interested in who the head of Flag Smashers is. He looked pretty
Mhm.
gnarly, super strong. I'm interested in that whole bit. I'm excited for where I would imagine the whole who like that kind of weird looking Captain America guy at the end there.
Yeah, let's do
But you
that
guys
right
are
now. Okay.
not there yet, right? I don't know
Well,
where
we
you are.
were just
No,
about to
yeah.
get there, I think. If everybody's ready
I
for
got
the
a
next
good
slide.
shot there.
This is Rob's screen we're
Oh,
sharing
look
right
at
here.
It's Captain Doogie Howser.
Right?
Nice.
When he came dropping down the stairs with that face, I'm like, "What is this?" I was scared.
Yeah,
It took
I
me
was
back a
interested
little bit when I saw that.
right away, concerned with the future of Captain America as soon as I saw that guy.
Yeah. So we'll show this clip real quick. You can see I've got a picture of U.S. agent there, and again played by Wyatt Russell, which did not click with me at first that it was Kurt Russell's son.
Yeah.
But their costumes, if you look at the costumes for the comic book U.S. agent and his costume, there's some pretty close references there. So that's where I think that's going. And in the comics, U.S. agent was fighting to steal the mantle from Captain America. If I'm not correct, if I'm correct, if anybody wants to correct me on that, that's fine. I won't listen.
I'm trying to think. Super Patriot. That was the other name he went by.
What was that, Shotgun?
I say maybe he has another agenda other than being the savior of the world.
Yeah, he's definitely.
He's just in it for the chicks.
It's the suit.
Yeah.
You get the impression that like the government kind of tricked Sam into giving up the shield, right? That's the impression I got.
Well, I had a feeling
Yeah,
at the beginning they're putting
sure.
the shield in this case.
Yeah,
They're going to bust it out of there before the end of the episode because I know where it is. They're going to realize, oh, we need the shield. We need Captain America, and it never happened.
I was waiting for Bucky to take up the mantle the whole episode, man.
Well, is that now the question? Who's going to eventually be the real captain? Like, who's going to get there?
Just based
Monica
on like
Monica thinks Chris Evans should come back and do it, but that she's got a strong hots for him.
he is dreamy. I feel
His
like
eyes.
that whole. I think they were playing on that lost Winter Soldier. Like he's lost his path, right? He doesn't know who he is or what he's supposed to be doing. So I feel like that's kind of the direction that I saw it going, would be that he would pick up the mantle for sure.
I think the original is coming back.
Do you think it'll be? You think it'll be Evans or?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think so. I think that It might not be for a while, to be honest. As far as like making an appearance or whatnot, but it's not like Chris Evans is the same age as like Robert Downey Jr. There's quite a big age difference. I mean, he has a good physique and can play that character for quite a bit longer. And there's always they've got this thing called time travel in the Marvel universe, and you can always change my mind, or I came back for something or whatnot. I mean, he might even be in the Black Widow movie for all we know. We don't know for sure. Even though it's that's a prequel or whatnot, he might be in there. He might time jump in there, say hello, and time jump out. You never know. So
plus with the multiverse coming into the MCU, right?
Yeah,
like you could do. They're open to do just about anything they want now.
Yeah, and I want to see Captain America, the one we've all come to really enjoy. Battle Wolverine. I mean, look like. If you guys are familiar with Captain America comics, there's that one comic with him and Wolverine on the cover, and Wolverine's going at him with the claws, and he's got a shield up, and it's just iconic. And I want to see that moment in the movies. I want to see Wolverine against the Hulk or something like that. So I don't want these brand new characters to take place of some of the characters that we've all enjoyed. I want to see that. There's so much more story to be told now on the rights to these people. And they can bring it all together. So I don't want a new Captain America.
Yeah, I don't think I do either, but I just don't know that I see that happening.
Well, I found a couple of pictures here. So there was what you were saying from the trailer. He's throwing the shield up against the trees, and at Comic-Con he's got the shield. So what's going on? They threw us for a loop with Doogie there at the end.
Yeah, but also Marvel's been really good at kind of throwing us for a loop and fake teasing too, right?
Like
Tynerius makes a good point here about the government wanting a Captain America that they can control, right? So that's why they're putting this new guy in those shoes, right?
Yeah, U.S. agent. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a picture of the U.S. agent there. And then, go ahead, Bueller.
There's a great issue of Captain America. It's actually my favorite. It's issue number 350, and I believe it's U.S. agent against Steve Rogers, and it's just a fight thing for the whole time.
Yeah,
and at the end of the
really great cover too.
That's why I like it so much. And at the end of the issue, they go in front of a judge, and the U.S. agent just gives up. He's like, you can have it. So it's kind of interesting. Or whatnot. I might be remembering it a little bit wrong, but it was really one of my favorite issues.
Yeah, that's good. I do know that the U.S. agent does try to take the mantle from him. I don't think he's ever successful, obviously.
Yeah.
But Sam at the end of the episode, when Sam sees that that guy come out in the suit and stuff like that, you can see the instant regret, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
mm-hmm. He's quite disappointed.
The first thing he thought about was, does Captain America not have teeth? That's what it looks like. It looks like the guy's not wearing his teeth or something. It looks like my grandmother when she had her dentures out.
Yeah,
the only one. It feels that way.
And he's a bit on the scrawny side too, right?
Yeah.
I don't know much about the character himself, but was he given the serum, or
that's what I'm
does
wondering.
Anybody know that?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not too familiar with the U.S. agent, to be totally honest.
Joe, welcome to the stream. He says, hell yeah, Hulk versus Wolverine. That's something that I think everybody wants to see.
Sure.
The rampaging Hulk getting the wrong food at the drive-thru. Wolverine versus the Hulk is something everybody wants to see. If you don't want to see that, you're crazy.
I want to see Wolverine everything personally. I mean, but I'll be disappointed because I mean, I'm assuming they're gonna recast at some point for Wolverine.
I don't. Are they gonna recast him, or are they just gonna go with the girl from what is her
the X-23?
The X-23 from Old Man Logan there.
I feel like that'd be kind of the route they'd have to go with the whole jam, just because Hugh Jackman's getting up there, and who else can take over the mantle from Hugh Jackman anyway? Like, that's perfect casting.
I just don't see it going over well, replacing him as Wolverine.
Not for a while, anyway.
I've been asked that before. Who should take over? I don't know if you guys have ever seen Clint Eastwood's son. I can't remember the guy's name, but he just kind of has that grittiness to him, in the size and proportion that Wolverine should have. Because for one, Wolverine's not 6'3". He's like 5'4".
Probably look up Clint Eastwood's son.
But he would be kind of cool to take over that role. I think there's some actors that can do it, but nobody's going to replace Hugh Jackman. But it's going to be a brand new character. So
yeah,
they have to roll it back for sure.
Yeah, they've got a good opportunity with the mutants coming into the MCU, right? Like, they've got to utilize it somehow.
Well, and Wolverine's one of the most iconic mutants there are. Like, he's one of the most popular in Marvel. I would say.
I would agree.
Yeah, I think that's probably accurate.
I could see a movie all with his daughter there. I think that's maybe why they made that movie in the first place, is to introduce his daughter, and maybe she's going to take over his legacy.
Well, I don't think she's his daughter.
Well, clone daughter, it's kind of...
Well, yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right. But I can see them using her, but I still don't know if it's enough.
We need the original. We need the regular Wolverine. I don't want nobody's daughter. No offense.
Well, that's what
I want the bone claws, adamantium, all that stuff. I want all that in the MCU.
Yeah.
And I mean, even throw in the old brown and black suit or whatever it was. That was my favorite suit. Was that one, to be honest. And I want to see something like that. I just want to see there be Avengers versus X-Men. Would be great. I think that would be an awesome thing to see, and kind of those worlds collide. And then you work it out after that, and you have a common enemy after that. So
I don't know who this guy is, but that's who people are pegging for the next Wolverine, and I don't like it.
I don't know why they got Jason Momoa there.
This guy here, that's perfect. Put him up against the new Captain America.
And then they've got Buddy, who played Superman there.
Yeah. Harry Potter. He could do it. Keanu Reeves.
They are itching to put Keanu Reeves in the MCU somewhere.
John Wick Wolverine.
Just a little offshoot of the Keanu Reeves thing. I would love to see Keanu Reeves play, aside from Marvel, I would like to see him in the Star Wars universe as like Revan, which I don't know if anybody's familiar with, but
yeah, I think I heard something about him in Star Wars. I'm not sure.
A lot of people are clamoring for him to be Knight Rider.
Knight Rider?
That's what I've heard. That just theories, though. I don't think it's ever going to come to that.
Like the car?
Yeah.
Not Knight Rider. Why am I making such a... Bueller's calling me out on everything. Yeah, Knight Rider, the car. He's going to be the new voice of Knight Rider. Okay, I'm sticking to my guns. All right. Thank you, Bueller. Ghost Rider. Yeah. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Knight Rider was bought up by Disney. Everybody does.
Just so Keanu Reeves could be the voice.
Yeah, just so. Bueller, have you read that Berserker book?
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah, what'd you think of that?
I thought it was good. It's a Wolverine clone. Is all it is.
It definitely is.
It's just, almost to the T of it's Wolverine minus the bone claws. That is pretty much exactly what it is. And but it was good. I enjoyed it. And here's the thing: I actually saw an advertisement for the book on YouTube as a commercial before one of the comic book YouTube channels. I thought that was awesome because I've never seen a comic book advertisement on YouTube before, and they did it for Boom Studios Berserker, so I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, that's he kind of puts a new perspective on comics where people who aren't necessarily into comics might get into comics just to pick this up, right?
Yeah, I think it sold a bunch of copies. I don't know how many of those are legit, to be totally honest, because they had that 1 in 1,000. So I know a lot of stores just ordered 1,000 copies to get the autograph one. So there's probably copies just sitting around, at shops that people didn't buy. But I don't know. I think it's if anyone goes and buys that comic book thinking, oh, this will be nice for my little son or whatnot, and it's not.
Oh, definitely. It's like they're punching people's eyeballs out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a pretty violent book. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was a good read. Yeah. Graphically, it was nice. It was art was good in it.
Yep.
By the way, Chimero Cinema says that he would like to see that Keanu Reeves would make a dope kit. So just backing me up there, and I appreciate that.
Did you ever watch the remake of the Knight Rider that they did in the 2000s?
No, I don't think I did.
Was that the truck?
No, it was actually but Keanu Reeves actually did do the voice for that one.
Oh, no way.
Are you serious? Wow.
No, I'm fucking with you.
Because if you had me hooked there. I was like,
give me a break. It was actually Hulk Hogan.
I was like willing to watch that show. Yeah, I was up for it. Hey, I'm cool with Hulk Hogan doing it. What's that, Shotgun?
I don't think Keanu Reeves can do either one of those roles. He's still really afraid of going over 50 miles an hour.
Yeah. That's right. It was Val Kilmer. That's right. It was Val Kilmer.
So
he doesn't even go over 50 in his car. He's afraid of exploding.
Bringing back the speed references.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah, that's it's dated.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, still great movies though. I mean, yeah, Val Kilmer.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that. I'm gonna be disappointed that it's not Keanu Reeves, but I mean, y'all got me sobbing about it now. So I just want to point something out. In the credits, there was apparently a whole ton of stuff that was Easter eggs in the credits and stuff. But one of the things that I really noticed was the Zemo mask on the wall.
Yeah.
What happened with him in the last movie he was in?
Well, he's the villain in this movie, in this TV show.
Like he's confirmed to be the villain in Winter Soldier. Okay.
Yeah, he's part of the cast. He's the main bad, I think, in this TV series. So same actor. I mean, he's even in some of the early promos and stuff. So.
Okay, yeah, I stayed away from a lot of the promos because I didn't want really too much of it given away. But yeah, that's good to see that they kept the same actor and stuff. I don't even really remember.
In the last movie he was in, he just kind of faded away. He didn't. I don't know if they had a really conclusion like him being caught or something like that. He just kind of.
I was trying to remember whether he had been arrested or something like that. So. Looks like we lost Bueller for a minute. He's back, playing shuffleboard here.
I know Black Panther had the last encounter with him on the Civil War. If I'm not mistaken, that's the last person he encountered was Black Panther. But I don't know what exactly happened at the end.
Rob Couch, that's Black Panther is a movie that was made. A little while ago and ties into some of the MCU stuff. Give it a watch.
Yes, spoiler alert. Unfortunately, he dies.
Yeah.
That is one of the.
I want to say too soon, but it's been a while.
I feel bad. That's not even part of the movie.
Hey, look, that's why we put a warning at the start.
That's the reason right there. That one.
Well, I thought, I was like, Bueller's coming on. I was like, I better make myself a quick warning. So, yeah, Rob Grimm, if you didn't know, he came into this watching the first episode, but not actually watching the last two movies, being Infinity Wars and Endgame. So
11 of them.
He's
you, I think.
Yeah, he's seen like half the movies.
I'll watch them.
Yeah,
they're on.
You know, there's a thing right now. It's a pandemic. Yeah. I assume that you had some time.
Never. Zemo is on Bucky's list. Yeah, I didn't catch the list very clearly when I watched it, but yeah, I guess he would be on his list. Anything else, guys?
I think that list is, the list that he has is not only people that he's trying to make amends with, but it's also...
It must be...
people that he's trying to put away, because that the first lady that he encounters, she gets arrested or whatnot for robbery, whatever it was, but he like apologizes to her, but yet she's a criminal, and so I think obviously the gentleman, the older guy that he's with, he feels bad because he killed his son, so he's an innocent, and to where Zemo is not an innocent, so he's after him to make it right. So whatever he can do to make it right, good or bad, that's what he's kind of doing. That's what is on his list.
Yeah, they stated that, or he said that after he was done with Hydra, she kept going on with her illegal business and stuff. Yeah. So that's why he was setting things right almost.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, because it sounded like she was putting a hit on someone when he intervened.
Yeah. Joe says he only watched the last 2 episodes of WandaVision, wasn't feeling the comedy in the beginning. WandaVision, for everybody who's seen it, not Rob. It did start off real slow. Bueller mentioned earlier that probably about half the show is you could almost skip.
You can, like he said, you can just watch the last 2 episodes and be just fine.
Yeah, That last episode I did enjoy.
Yeah.
I won't give anything away because Rob's here.
I personally enjoyed the throwback camp.
What was that? Let's go, Rob first. What were you saying?
I was watching Vikings. I will get on WandaVision and I will watch it, no problem.
Well, I'm gonna have to stop calling you brother if you can't get your priorities straight.
I do understand? Because of it, though. You didn't know that I didn't watch them when you asked me, and I didn't know that I needed to watch every single movie on the list before I was on here. So
you're obviously unaware of the Marvel universe, then.
I know. I know some of it.
Even go to the earlier comics. You need to read 5 different comics to get to the point of one story.
I have to take a week off of work.
Yeah. Like pandemic style.
There you go.
Anyway, you were saying something, Grimm?
Oh, just about the opening of WandaVision. I don't know if I'm just a nostalgic fellow or what, but I did. I really enjoyed that opening
the
throwback camp. Yeah, I liked it, but I can see how that not everybody, it wouldn't have been everybody's thing, especially if you're jumping into a Marvel Universe thing and then you're getting this weird half soap opera, half comedy kind of throwback jam. But
yeah,
I don't know. I enjoyed those little plays, and then especially when it was like it felt like old shows that I used to watch.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I can't say I didn't enjoy the callbacks and the Easter eggs and stuff like that for old shows and stuff, but could I live without it? Yeah, probably. Right? Like I could have gotten further into the story wise much quicker.
It didn't add a lot to it. That was the thing. It was just like
Yeah.
we got to make this series, 9 episodes. So let's make half the episodes. Really, I mean, when you look at the one episode where Wanda and the other witch lady kind of go through her history or whatnot, that's all you need. They summed up every episode in that one episode, like how she came to that town, why she's doing what she's doing, why she was watching those shows. They did it all in that one episode. So really just watch that one and then go from there, and you're pretty much caught up. You're not missing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. That's when that show really started to be a show to me.
Yeah. And I think that was either the last 3 episodes or the last 2 episodes. So
yeah, probably the 2 or 3 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd have been fine.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of people were complaining that episode where they did the kind of a clip show of her life as a child and everything. A lot of people were complaining that was too much there. Probably like people who already know the story and stuff like that. But if you think of it in a manner as people just jumping in and not knowing the history of the character, it might, that episode was necessary.
Yeah. I like that episode. I thought it was pretty good because they don't really touch on any of that stuff in the movies about her. I mean, you just kind of assume that's kind of what's going on in her head and how she grew up or whatnot, and the tragedies and stuff, or how her and Vision hooked up. I mean, how she fell in love with the robot,
Yeah.
It shows you how they kind of hit it off, because you literally go from Avengers or whatnot, and they're just battling together. Then like the next movie, they're like out on a date in Paris, and stuff.
So it puts some context into that, right?
Exactly. So I mean, I enjoy that stuff. Plus, I just like almost a little behind the scenes. I mean, the first thing is the throwback to them with the Stark missile dropping in front of them, and her and her brother sitting there and watching that missile for 4 days or whatever it is, waiting for it to go off. And I remember hearing that, back in the Iron Man and then in the Avengers movie. So I thought it was pretty cool how they did that.
Yeah, I think all in all, I enjoyed the show. Obviously, the ending was better. They really expressed the full extent of her power in that show, which I think was a good touch, because I think people kind of, people know she's powerful. Like when she took on Thanos, like she was kick-ass in that movie.
Even when she showed up on the battlefield, took out like half the alien army there. What's her name's like, what was she doing up there all this time?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see more of the Wanda bits and more of the stuff behind her powers, and then maybe hitting into those Mephisto notes and stuff like that. And I think it'll be cool.
Boy, did people spec on Mephisto.
And then Speed and Wiccan have to come back. I was really upset about the whole loss of Speed and Wiccan, because I thought there was pieces that were kind of flowing into like a Young Avengers kind of jam or something. Was it Young Avengers that Speed and Wiccan were a part of? Is that, or was it something?
I think it
like
was.
That?
No, not Young Avengers. Was it the New Avengers?
Maybe the New Avengers. Any which way, I was kind of interested in that whole Speed and Wiccan bit and where that was going to go too, but
and they kind of they're introducing the mutants into the MCU, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
So, yeah, I think it was a great ending to a show, great starting to a new show. I'm excited about the new Captain Strange. Captain Strange.
What?
I like Captain too.
Yeah, Captain Strange. If you guys didn't know about Captain Strange, I'll tell you a little bit about Captain Strange.
Please, please do.
That's another episode. I don't want to spoil anything. Doctor Strange, the new Doctor Strange. Obviously, we're going to open up the multiverse. So, what's to come now?
More Scarlet Witch in there, right? I believe.
Yeah,
I think so.
That's going to be. Is she going to be kind of a baddie or what? Like,
she's already a bad person.
She's already she took control of a whole town. Like, she's a bad person.
Well, heartbreak and superpowers don't mix.
Yeah. Her heart was in the right place.
Doesn't matter. You don't get a pass.
Joe's asking, did she really kiss her brother in comics? I'm
pretty sure she did.
Yeah. Dirty girl.
But Princess Leia kissed Luke, so what are you gonna do?
So
it happens sometimes, I guess.
Yep.
Did she know though? Because Leia and Luke didn't know they were brothers.
I don't know, because he said, or she said, I knew somehow I always knew.
Yeah,
she always knew.
And she initiated the contact.
That's right.
Yeah, so Mr. Lucas had a little bit of dirty mind.
Yep.
Is what he had. Anyways, guys, we'll probably close it up in a few. Because I'm running out of things to say, if I'm being honest.
We're jumping off track a lot.
You know what? I don't mind though. It was a pretty casual talk. I think we said most of what we want to say about the episode. All in all, what are your final thoughts on the first episode, guys?
I'm really looking forward to the buddy aspect of it when Falcon and Bucky get working together.
The Falcon?
The Falcon. What did I say?
Falcon.
No, you're talking about the Falcon, not the Falcon.
Oh, whatever.
I get to do it at least once. All right, call somebody out.
Batman and Red Wing.
Yeah. Batman actually needs Red Wing.
No, he doesn't.
What a loser.
You gotta have a talk about Batman, Dan.
Yeah, well, we'll have that talk another day. Anyway, Rob Couch, what did you think about the episode?
Well, that it was a solid episode, pretty good. Kept you wanting more. So used to watching 2 or 3 episodes on Disney or YouTube or any other streaming. I actually wanted to watch the second one right away. Like it really made me want to watch another episode. So that's a good thing. If the first episode makes you want to clue in next week and watch it, then they've done their job.
Joe's saying sorry he was late. Bueller told me.
There you go.
So thanks for showing up. Before anybody else has their final thoughts, I just want to say, what do you guys think about it being a series, just like the WandaVision? I think it needed to be a series rather than a movie. I don't think it holds up as a movie.
Yeah. No, I agree. I see it as a total TV series kind of go, and I'm glad they decided to do it that way, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a lot to cram into 2 hours.
Yeah.
I just think you can give more information over a 6 episodes than you can in a movie type deal. You can give those down times that are necessary.
It gives it a little room to breathe for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely. Anybody excited for what did we say was coming up next? The Loki.
Loki, I think, is next.
Yeah,
very excited.
The trailer looks really neat.
I think that one's going to be. There's going to be a lot of psychological stuff in that one. I think, so that's going to be a totally different show. Just like WandaVision was, a very different show than Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think Loki's going to be a very different show than either of those, because they don't want to make back-to-back shows that are so similar, right?
Mm.
And then, again, Moon Knight. That's another one that I'm excited about. I like the character, although I don't know like a ton about him. Got some books, but again, I haven't really dived deep into that character, so it's something that I'm excited to learn more about. So that one,
there's no date on that one yet either.
I think that's pretty early on.
Yeah,
as far as them working on it.
On the DC side, more Daredevil would be nice too. I think the Daredevil series was
What did you
amazing.
say? What did you just say?
What DC side? What?
What's that?
Daredevil's on the DC side?
Sam would have something to say about that.
I saw something today about Daredevil. I guess Elektra is taking over as the new Daredevil.
Yeah, that's going on in comic books right now. Because Matt's
like you said, nobody's really dead in comics.
Yeah, he's in jail. He did dirty stuff. I don't know. I haven't read it. Anyway, Bueller, what did you think about this overall, the episode?
I really enjoyed it. If I had to critique one thing, it's not really their fault. Unfortunately, it seems like Endgame came out so long ago, and here we are watching this TV show, and they're just now dealing with like the blip and stuff. Like they're still like reeling from that, and it just seems like that was like a couple of years ago, and because of our pandemic and stuff, they've had to put this stuff off. So it doesn't the flow is a little off. You know what I'm saying? That was the same way with the WandaVision as well. It's like they're just dealing with the blip, and kind of. I mean, it really does feel like Endgame was quite a long time ago.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can do about it, because they just haven't been able to make movies or TV shows for so long. But that was my only thing, and hopefully we kind of get back into the swing of things to where we get this, then after this we get another series and another movie, and we kind of get in that groove that we were used to.
Yeah.
Getting those like 3 or 4 movies a year. Now with the TV shows, it's a little weird because it's like we've been waiting a long time to get this and stuff, and I don't think we're used to getting it like every few months. And I mean that's what my ex-wife would say. But anyway,
yeah, and I think that's part of a big reason why they've done the series like this is because it's an easier way for them to get back into that flow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I'm glad that's happening because I need my Marvel universe.
Sure.
So, Grimm, what do you think?
Monica just made me sad.
Yeah, I know. Way to bring the mood way down.
Thanks a lot. I did get to meet the man though, so that makes me happy.
That's one of my regrets that I never did, and I never got a book signed from him. Yeah, I mean, Monica had to console me. Like I was a blubbering baby. I was like I've had family members die that I don't that I haven't been that emotional about. So yeah, dark moment though. Thanks, Monica.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll echo some of what Bueller said for sure. Like during those blip moments, and even when they're talking about the blip, when I was watching the movies and the blip happened, like it was an emotional, intense bit. And even now that it's so far removed from what I remember, I was having a hard time in, say, WandaVision when she reappeared back in the chair. It took me a while to even realize why she just randomly appeared in the chair, because I wasn't thinking about the blip at all. And then when they're talking about the blip in this one, I don't get that same
Let me stop you there for a second,
impact as I did.
Rob, Shotgun, the blip. Your job and your homework is now to watch the last 2 movies and get caught up with us, man.
I will.
Remember how
actually it'll be great.
How earlier when I said that nobody really dies in comics, the blip will explain that. So.
Actually, that would be great for him because he'll have just watched the blip, had the emotional impact of it, and then get to watch these shows. So
maybe he's done it right.
It might actually work out better.
I vow to the Nerdy Couch community I will put Vikings on hold and watch the last 2 movies.
You better.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Thank you.
got any more to say, Grimm?
No, not really. I mean, I'm super excited to see where this all goes. I like the fact that they've integrated these TV shows as kind of like those lesser characters that we don't know a lot about. They get to kind of like intertwine these into those bigger movie moments that they have. So it's like little bits of glue holding all of the MCU together. I'm enjoying what Disney and what the Marvel universe is doing right now for sure.
Yeah, and I think we've got eventually we've got the Hawkeye series to look forward to as well.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
So forgot about that.
And I'm interested in that whole. See, that was another thing is with the whole Wiccan and Speed. I believe Hawkeye's daughter becomes aligned with them in that new Avengers bit too. So that's kind of I'm waiting.
Yes. It's all going to come together.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Mr. Rob Lee.
Yeah.
Have you spoken yet?
Yes, I have.
He did. Yeah.
Okay.
He was first.
Well, then
he was first.
Well, I lost my track.
So we know that.
It's your turn.
Yeah.
I think I've pretty much explained what I want to say. I'm more interested in you guys. Anyway, let's before we close up, Bueller, what have you got coming up for your channel?
Well, tomorrow's my regular episode 115 of the Coffee and Comics episode, and then I have my regular videos after that. But I do have an announcement tomorrow. If you're a comic book fan, I have my second Comics with Bueller exclusive variant coming out, and I announce all the details and all the pictures and good stuff tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock. So if you're looking to get one of those, they are available for pre-order kind of already, but officially tomorrow. So there you go.
Now that's 5 o'clock Bueller time. If you're in Canada here, that's I think a 2-hour difference. If I'm not mistaken.
Like that, yeah. It's 6:22 right now where I'm at.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Pacific Standard Time. What are you guys? 9:22.
Yeah. So it's a 3-hour difference.
3 hour difference. I don't understand how any of that works. Nobody really does. But
no, it has to do with the Infinity Stones, I believe.
The blip.
Yeah, it's it has to be true. Yeah, so check Bueller out on Comics with Bueller. Link is below.
Yeah, just subscribed and got notifications on. So
yeah, so
looking forward to it.
Anybody who didn't know who Bueller is will be shunned. They are no longer worthy. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, yeah, check him out. Anything else going on, Bueller?
That's about it. Nothing too exciting. Just kind of working on that book, like I said. To get
I'd to. I tried to get a hold of one of the other ones. Unfortunately, shipping to Canada is just terrifying.
It is not. So, I told people that if they really want it, because people kind of talk me into it. To be honest, I personally don't think it's worth it to pay for the shipping, and that's even though it'd be a sale for me, I don't think it's worth paying for the shipping for someone.
I'm a fan of your channel. I'm a fan of you, so it's something sentimental that I'd like to have.
Yeah,
but again, it's very hard to do when you're across the world and stuff. And
I had one guy tell me, he's like, he lives in Australia, and I'm like, he just wants it. He's like, I don't care, I'll pay for it. I go, are you sure, dude? I go, that's really far away and stuff. I'm like, if you really want it, I'll find the way to get it to you, but it's obviously not going to be cheap. But so I got some going all over the world and stuff like that, and I have a lot of just wonderful people that take the time to watch my videos and stuff, and if that's what they want, then who am I to say no? So I appreciate every one of them.
Well, we really appreciate you, and we appreciate you being on the show. Hopefully it's not the last time. Had a lot of fun tonight.
Probably the last time. This went horrible, so I'm probably
yeah. If I could just keep my facts and my names straight, then we would we'd be just fine. For us on the Nerdycouch channel, we've got we're waiting on the 3rd edition of the TMNT The Last Ronin. When that comes out, we will be doing a little bit of a show about that with me and Chris the Grimm Myke here. we've got another issue of the Middle West books. We're finishing that up on the next show.
Nice.
Such a great series. Rob, my brother here's been keeping up with us in the chat. Really appreciate that. What a great series, some great artwork, and written by Scotty Young.
Too bad they canceled it.
Well, did they cancel it, or is it on a hiatus type deal?
No, it's done. 18 issues. Yeah.
It's done. Okay. And then after that, if nobody else,
we'll break down news to you, buddy.
well, I thought they were bringing it back under a different perspective.
No, he's moved on. So.
Okay. Well, then we're truly finishing up the story. Sadness in my life.
Yep.
And we might be picking up with the Something is Killing the Children. So I've heard that's a great one.
Yeah.
I haven't read it yet. So I've heard you talk about it a bunch, Bueller, and you got me hooked on the idea. So aside from that, right now we've got a Magic the Gathering. If you go to my Magic the Gathering Time Spiral Remastered box, you can have a chance to win some booster packs on that video if you watch till the end. Other than that, not too much else going on. So we'll say goodbye now. We've run almost a half hour over my the time that I wanted. So we'll say goodbye. Thank you, everybody, for being on.
All right.
Take
Good
care,
to see
guys.
everyone.
Bye.
Have a good night.